welcome guys, no? Welcome partners to Branding 101, and we are going to discuss this afternoon tungkol sa color psychology and giving some tips and guides on how to get familiarized sa mga colors na pwede niyong gamitin at i-apply sa inyong mga brands. So this I have prepared a short presentation again, no? Um, about color psychology. So, color psychology in marketing and branding partners is more than just one sentence kasi those are just one sentence explanations of what each color represents. It's true, guys, that specific colors are the choices of consumers, and colors can affect the brain's emotion sensors in many, many ways. It can call attention, inspire emotions, and then it can also give assurance or tap into nostalgia. But the psychology of colors is not that simple, partners, ha? Because the sentence like, kunyari, yellow, it represents creativity and happiness. And it's not exactly just the color psychology, it's a generalized association. So in reality, yellow can have different connotations depending on how it's used or what color it's placed next to and what tone of yellow it is. So yellow is it's not always like happy, jolly, or creative. Sometimes it's also sickly, it's also pale, it's also sad, it also has a negative meaning. So as an example, I would be giving you this. Ayan. Hindi pa pala to. Hindi ko na ilagay. Okay. Let me just have this example, no, dito sa background natin sa presentation. It is quite yellow. It's a yellow ochre, if I'm not mistaken. This yellow, no, here is very strong kasi it catches your attention, di ba? And it makes you feel empowered. That's why I chose this color as my background, as my presentation background. So combining this yellow, for example, I would just give an example. What if I put a lion there? And a roaring lion, no? So, eto, meron ako sa likod, Lion King. Ayun, no, kung makikita niyo yung maliit na Lion King doon. What if naglagay ako ng roaring lion dyan na malaki? No? What impact would it give you? I think it would give you a stronger impact. Am I correct? So, for better understanding why using the right colors is so important, partners, in content marketing is because it is best to first review the basics. The color psychology in branding and marketing is primarily based on how people feel about color, and that comes from how they experienced color as children and during the transition into adulthood. So, as in the human perceptions of color, as newborns, no, I have two kids, and napansin ko sa kanila to. I usually, when they were newborns, I usually buy them very bold colors lang, like red, gray, white, black. Because as newborns, humans can only see black, white, and gray. But at around 5 weeks, 5 weeks time, the baby's first primary colors, no, that they will see is color red. So, yun lang po yung nakikita nila, no, sa first weeks of life. So, they develop the color vision gradually until about, I believe, 5 months. And this is the age where they can finally see all the colors. So it's that early, no? It is that early that color starts to have meaning and perception. So when the color red becomes very associated with fire trucks early on sa toys nila, or at the same time, as how the color represents or becomes associated with the sun, and green with the leaves of the trees, these early color associations form the basis for everything color psychology is about. So, in fact, these first perceptions, no, of color are inherent in every culture, and in the US, pink is associated with princesses, ballet dancers, um, pag sa Japan naman, sakura, yung ano, yung blooms nila, yung cherry blossoms, and is really perceived a bit differently. No, so knowing these subtle differences can help you better tailor your branding and marketing efforts, especially if your products and services are international. So, um, some color here. Some color perceptions are universal, like the white lab coat effect. No, the color effect explains how most people feel safe and better cared for when a doctor is wearing a white lab coat. Hindi po ba? Sa sa hospital, wala tayong nakikitang very colorful colors like um, light pink, yellow, orange. Kasi yun yung parang sinasabi nilang white lab coat effect. No, you feel safe, you feel better, you feel being taken care of, no, when a doctor is wearing a white lab coat. So another example of color perception worth mentioning is this one, yung nasa ating background, is the Coca-Cola logo, which is recognizable by the majority of the world's population. So, ayan. So, alam niyo na po na pag red and white, minsan naisip niyo na po yung logo ng Coca-Cola. Hindi po pa. So, the Coca-Cola logo is white over red. And the bottle caps are also red. Kung mapapansin nyo, sa pag nabukas kayo, bumili kayo ng bottles ng Coca-Cola, no, the bottle caps are red. And the merchandising is also red. If you see trucks, no, passing by sa highway or dun sa mismong planta nila, it's color red. Why people know that the red is the color of Coca-Cola. And things like these eventually form color perceptions in the minds of people. So since they have grown up seeing the Coca-Cola brand around them, they will always recognize it as something that is really a part of life. So when they eat a particular meal, no, they will instantly look for the red fridge in the restaurant kasi they would ask for a Coca-Cola, 'di ba? If nasa canteen ako nung nag-aaral ako, may magkakatabing vending machine sa tabi dun sa food court namin. And whenever I crave for soda, no, kahit nasa medyo peripheral vision ko lang siya, yung red dun na vending machine, alam kong nandun yung yung Coca-Cola. So, nakaupo ako dito, I'm drafting something, and then nauhaw ako, so direct ako, kahit hindi ako nakatingin sa daan, basta alam ko yung kulay nandun. Alam ko na yun yung Coca-Cola na hinahanap ko. So, that's really, really epic. It's really nice, and it's really good. No? One good example. Kasi, mabilis siya ma-notice. It's really noticeable. So, feeling ko kapag tinurn natin yung Coca-Cola, siguro nag-turn siguro si Coca-Cola ng ibang color, maybe pink or maybe yellow, no, one day, siguro makakonfuse lahat ng mga tao kasi nasanayan na natin yung color red. 'Di ba?